breaking out, and Ethereum is also breaking out. Bitcoin is above 10.5 as of now, right? And we talked about BTC over the last few days. We said do not be too bearish at 10K. As you can see, like the weekly 21 EMA, I'm going to show you the weekly 21 EMA. Been holding strong as a massive support. So most people have been bearish over the last few days, but I was like, guys, we're gonna buy the dip, right? And we're gonna stay stay very strong. As you can see, for my premium group, right? Let's see. That's a setup I've been looking for over the last few days. So we're about to enter this red territory, which is like just about a, let's take a look at it on the hourly basis. On the hourly basis, we've been struggling above the below the 100 EMA, and as you can see, like we broke above it. Now we're entering another red zone, which is like this red horizontal area. So we most likely going to face like a slight rejection. Most bulls they're gonna be taking profit, of course. Okay, just about like a 10.5 to 10.6 area for a temporary bull flag, and we could be looking for some further move to the upside, right? But if you take a look at the 6-hour time frame, so let me know if the sound is good, right? So if you take a look at the 6-hour time frame, that's what I've been looking for right there. Okay, we got another rejection we could be anticipating over the next few hours, right? Which is just about like a 10.8. So let's keep in mind, we also on the daily basis, we got the daily 21 EMA, which is just about like a 10.750 to 10.8 area. So which is relatively the same as the 6-hour 100 EMA. So we most likely going to be getting some tough time to break this area of 10.8 to 10.9 area, right? So we've been basically buying the dip all along this range. I was like, okay, our primary support, we have to basically keep buying whenever BTC drops 99 to 10K. So we've been basically buying the dip all along this range of consolidation. Most people have been pretty bearish. Most bulls been pretty bearish. So now they're going to be bullish all of a sudden. But it could be just a temporary push before a temporary rejection. Just about the daily 21 EMA. All right. So now let's take a look at a clean chart, right? So when you take a look at this chart, it is pretty clean, all right? So this yellow line, that's our 21 EMA. We've been consolidating right around this area of just about like a 10.2 to a 10.4 area, and I was looking for this breakout. I was seeing like a most altcoin see BNB, CRV, DOT, most of them been breaking out above the 21 EMA. So I was like, okay, most of these alt breaking out, most likely BTC going to be breaking out over the the next few hours and so on, right? And if you take a look at waves USD also looking to break out, and also QDOM broke out yesterday. Litecoin, all of them, most of them looking to break out, but I don't think this breakout going to be like a most of you guys looking for like 100K BTC, right? It's not going to be it probably not going to be a massive breakout like 2,000 3,000 point, right? Because I showed you previously the 3 weeks chart, right? It closed engulfingly, all right? That's bad. Okay, that's very bad. As you can see right there, 14K area, right? 14K area, you can see like how we closed, right? And we got the same closing basis, right? Just about like a 12K area. So I'm not gonna be surprised at all, okay, if this over the next 2 weeks, right, if like we go all the way back up to 12K, because alt they still bullish. So I don't see like a BTC breaking down, right, and basically messing up the alt setups, right? So my alt setup last week, most people have been panicking over the sell-off, but I was like, guys, this type of sell-off, we're gonna get it every 4 to 5 weeks. Okay, if you take a look at the altcoin chart, right, every 4 to 5 weeks, okay, alt gonna drop 20 to 30%. Okay, so if you basically buying the top, you're gonna suffer. But if you buy like the dip like last week, you bought like when IOST was like 55 or below 55, we said it like over a few weeks ago. IOST, we got a target up to like 160, and it just dropped down to like a 44. Okay, 44 sats. Now it's just about like almost 88. So that's 100% move in like a 10 days. So if you're just not patient enough, you're not gonna get those big moves, because sometimes my targets, they're not basically like a 15 to 20% target. Most of my targets, on average 2x. Just like ELF, ELF, we said buy ELF, 950 to 1050, and first target was 2000, second target 3000. We hit both targets in one go. But most people, okay, did not basically pay attention to ELF and did not hold it, or they just sold it too early. So basically, if you take a look at BTC, we could possibly go all the way back up to 12k. So just be cautious, right? I'm gonna be looking for a possible rejection, just about like a 10.9 to 11k range, but that rejection might not be very strong on the macro scale. You see what I'm saying? So just pay attention to the previous setup we got right there. I know most people are not paying attention to the 3 weeks chart, but every 3 weeks BTC likes to make a big move, so we just have to keep in mind about a possible pushback up to 12k area. So now let's dive into the weekly analysis. If you take a look at the weekly 21 EMA been holding very strong, so I was pretty confident about my position, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna flip short too soon. I know it is pretty engulfing, I know it's pretty bad, but I've seen it multiple times. Okay, I've seen it right there. Okay, right there. So we still push back up. So this range of 12, okay, to 9500 range, okay, going to be a very, very tough area for most people, okay, including myself too, right? It is going to be very challenging, just because like price is so close to the 21 EMA and it's not breaking it, right? And you also got a massive rejection right there, so you just don't know which way market gonna go over the next few weeks. But as you can see previously, I showed you on the macro scale on the 3 weeks chart, whenever we get a 21-day engulfing candle, we tend to basically reverse. So we might not reverse right away. We might not even be dropping like in September. You see what I'm saying? We probably already got the big drop in September, so it might be done, and we could be making another WXY correction in this range, okay, on the lower degree, right? We could possibly even be making another WXY correction right there, a possible move and a drop. It could be a channel, you just don't know. So you just have to be very cautious, because the same type of channel we got right there, I wouldn't be surprised, right, if BTC going to be giving us another type of a correction like this, a long correction, maybe like a 60 to 90 days of of sideways correction. So let's just be cautious. No need to be too bearish or too bullish. Just play the trend, and let's see what type of correction we're gonna get over the next few weeks, few months. All right. So now we're gonna go back to the macro scale trend line. That's bit stamp. So if we anticipating a BTC drop over the next few months, we're just gonna have to pay attention to our macro scale trend line. Okay, that's the most important trend line right now. None of that bearish trend line, like that. It's not gonna matter a lot. Okay, yes, it matters, but the most important one right now, it is this bottom trend line. Because if we break this 21 EMA, right, on a monthly basis, we gotta be able to find some support right around this area. I'm not saying like it is going to be January or June or whatever. Okay, I'm just saying this trend line over the next few months, if the bulls not going to be very strong and let the bears drop the price, they gotta be able to buy the dip in this range, okay, which is just about like 5k, depending on at what time we're going to be retesting this trend line. So let's keep in mind, guys, BTC is still moving sideways, so we might not be in a bull run until we break this upper level trend line, all right, on the macro scale. Dogecoin. Somebody say 10.8 to 11K before a big drop. Jason in the house. Crypto man. Okay. Macro man. Okay, in the house. Cheese wheel in the house. So let's keep in mind, guys, the macro trend is very important. We've been spot on over the last few months. So let's see. I just don't want to see like BTC breaking this 21 EMA on a monthly basis, right? I mean, if I'm looking for lower numbers, it has to break it. But let's see. Okay, it could, it could possibly, okay, which is just about like 8600. So mid 8K very important, even if you go on the lower degree. I don't know if I showed you, but I'm gonna show you. All right, the lower degree, the weekly 100 EMA, very important. So we just have to basically stay very strong in this rank if like we want to save the bull run. Okay, so we still got a chance to continue the uptrend, but the downward momentum is so strong right now. It is just not easy to be extremely bullish on the macro scale. But if we can basically start pumping higher and break this area of 14K, right, 13,880. I showed you that number before. We could not close above it. Both in when we pump to 14K, we pump exactly at 13,880, and when we pump to 20K, we could not close above 13,000, right? 880, same exact number. So we got to be able to start trading above like a 14K to start like saying, hey, we probably could break 20K, and we're going to be looking for 100K BTC and all that good stuff, right? That's very possible, but the probability of us dropping to the lower trend line could be also very significant. So let's just keep that in mind over the next few months, and then we could be reaccumulating BTC right around this area of 5K and below. All right. Iceman in the house. Ether. So let's go ahead and take a look at BTC on the lower degree again, because the breakout, I was watching it before the live stream. I was like, this sucker gonna break out. I don't see BTC basically dropping lower, and if you take a look at alt also, they've been pretty bullish. So I was like, this sucker gonna break out before I start my live stream, and it just bumped to the upside, right? So looking good so far, guys. It is looking very juicy. Looking very juicy, guys. So we're gonna talk about BNB also, because my target for BNB was like 27. If you guys been watching, I was like, but the BTC drop last week kind of messed up the trend. But when BNB was like $18 a couple of weeks ago, I was like, next target 27, 26, right? We hit that area. BNB did not even give us a chance to reevaluate. It just pumped like overnight. So now let's take a look at BTC on a 3-day chart, right? The 3-day basis is not giving us a strong momentum type of push to the upside. As you can see, volume is the volume got to pick up. Okay, we only got one volume, one green volume right there, right? So we gotta wait for this 3-day candle to close. Hopefully it can close with a higher volume, so we could start like to say, hey, the volume is starting to trend up. But if the volume is like, let's say 50% of the previous volume, and this slope is kind of positive, we're gonna know like at some point BTC has to double bottom at least and returns like a 98 area to 10K again, right? So let's just keep that in mind. So keep an eye on your 2-day chart and 3-day chart, right? And as you can see, the 2-day chart giving us better data, right? You can see the volume is decreasing, price is increasing. It is going to give us another retest of this low, okay, at some point, right? So let's just keep that in mind. So if you're too bullish and expecting like 12K and all that good stuff, you might need to just reevaluate your process and see if you can basically buy some cheaper BTC, right? Just about this area of 99 to the 100 EMA range. If we get rejected, just about like a 10.8 to 11K area. ANKR. I haven't taken a look at ANKR for a while now. So basically, let's go ahead and take a look at the daily again. Daily time frame, nice pump above the 100 EMA. So I'm pretty sure that's why most bulls pushing harder, because as you can see, I said it previously, okay, even though we're below the 100 EMA, it is easy to be, you know, it is very easy for BC to push back up above it. Okay, so and it's not easy to be bullish while BC is below 100 EMA on the daily. It's not easy to be bullish. But if you take a look at the macro scale on the 21-day chart, right, and also on the weekly time frame, you could just say, hey, we dropped enough, we retested weekly 21 EMA, let's just flip it. Okay, so that's what we did. So now we could be anticipating a rejection somewhere around here. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. Now let's take a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum is above the daily 21 EMA, pretty impressive, right? So as you can see, we never broke the daily 100 EMA, did not close below it, even though BC did not manage to stay above it. Ethereum did a great job to stay above it. Now it is doing another great thing, okay, which is like staying above the 21 EMA on the daily time frame. So that's pretty good. If you take a look at it also in terms of like a support and resistance, this level of before we drop, right, what I said, be cautious with Ethereum. Okay, wait till the daily candle close, and then you're gonna look for a short, something like that, right? And as you can see, as soon as we break this level, I was like, okay, I send a signal to my group, and I was like, okay, Ethereum next level to look for it is like 320 to 290. That's a bull area. So and next level after that is going to be 250 to 270 area, and you can see this range of 320 to 290 basically, you know, did a great job basically not to let the price drop below this 100 EMA. So it is looking bullish. If you want to use your Fibonacci, you could basically look for a possible 50% to 0.618, and most people are going to be taking profit. It is exactly at 50%. It can go higher to 0.618 and then give us some sort of consolidation, and we're going to take a look at it again. All right, but my range is like, you know, 390, okay, to 400 range, so which basically coincide with 0.618 to 50% pullback. So most people are going to be taking profits and you got to remember, when people are taking profits, they're shorting the market, right? So sometimes you're going to see like a big short positions right there, right? But people are taking profits. Those are basically they closing they long. Okay, when you take a long position, you're closing your long, you have to short the market, right? So that's it. So keep an eye on Ethereum, right? So let's take a look at Ethereum on a weekly basis. Ethereum weekly basis going to close in less than 24 hours. So so let's see. Okay, closing 50% of this body candle, and at the same time, you can see right there, right? So as you can see, in terms of like a resistance and support, the previous the last, I mean not the last, but if you take a look at the last 4 or 5 weeks before the capitulation, right there you can see like 400 range, okay, 390 to 400 was a very, very strong support slash resistance. So we're just going back up to retest it. So let's see how strong the bulls going to be over the next few days, few hours, and you know, try to, you know, close above this range, right? But as of now, you know, we in range. I would like to let Ethereum, you know, consolidate over the next few hours at least, right, to see what we're gonna do next, right? But we still got a support right there, which is like 300, and next support going to be roughly around like a 250 if we get, you know, another move down. Okay, then the move to the upside gotta be able to break like 430. If like we can break 430 to 450 area, we could possibly, you know, look for Ethereum to go higher, right, to push higher. All right, but it's not going to be easy. Once again, let's just try to get there first, and then we're going to try to think about like pushing to the upside, right? So but let's see if BTC is going to be acting crazy or not, right? So let's take a look at Ethereum BTC now. So Ethereum BTC is still bullish. That's the thing, okay? Ethereum BTC, even though Ethereum is just about this area of resistance, like February, March, April 2019 highs, right? It is still bullish. We're still above the weekly 100 EMA. Very impressive. Even though we capitulated down, we still managed to push back above it, and still, okay, still, looking very strong. Okay, so one thing I would like to see for Ethereum to do, even though, okay, it doesn't really matter as of now if like we close above this range, which is like 0.036 or not. All I want to see is like Ethereum, staying bullish. Okay, even if we close like below 0.035, 0.34, it is still okay. I just want to see over the next few days and so on, Ethereum try to break this 0.04 BTC range. Okay, so let's see over the next, that's a 10% move, so that's a lot versus BTC. So let's see if Ethereum going to be able to challenge 0.04 again over the next few days. That's going to be great for the Ether bulls, right? But however, if we break this 100 EMA, which is like 0.032 range, we could be facing, some big Fibonacci areas to the downside. It is something that we just have to keep in mind, right? So if you're bullish on the Ether BTC, you got to be able to reassess again, right? And say, hey, what I'm going to do if we break like 0.032, am I going to go back to BTC, or I'm just going to stay with Ethereum, right? Because Ethereum outperformed BTC like since like what, September, first week of September last year. It's up over like 130%, okay? And it went up as high as 150%. So over the last 12 months, you would rather stay in Ethereum than stay in BTC, really, okay? Because Ethereum been outperforming BTC one and a half, right? So something like you just gotta keep in mind, if you've been on Ethereum, like if you've been holding Ethereum over the last 12 months, and you're like, okay, I'm up on my BTC like 1.5, right? So Ethereum is about to turn bearish versus BTC. Should I go back? Should I go back to BTC or just stay in Ethereum? So it is something I just have to keep in mind and try to figure out what you want to do. All right, but Ethereum looking very strong right now. That's all I can say until we break the 100 EMA. All right, that's the most important thing to remember. What the circle guy say? Thanks a lot, Chris 777. John E. Banks in the house. 11 p.m. Yes, it's Saturday Night Live, man. Like, I like to do this Saturday Night Live show sometimes. So, most of you guys gonna be up anyway. So BTC is bullish. So I really haven't been shorting the market over the last few days, right? I just been like longing and maybe taking like some short scalp, but really been long in the market, right? So especially when most of them pushing above a 21 EMA on 6-hour time frame, you can't help but to long the market, right? So, but don't be extremely overconfident, because you don't want to trust the market at 100%, right? So just be cautious, all right? Put your stop loss. Things can change like in a matter of seconds, okay? BTC can just dump like 1,000 points while we're doing the live stream. So I wouldn't be extremely overconfident about my position or your position, whatever, right? Just take it like just take it mildly, okay? And don't be overly bullish. So now let's take a look at BNB, right? BNB. So BNB on the weekly basis looking extremely bullish. Okay, the next two range I'm looking for BNB, it is going to be all-time high, right? And just about like a 34 area. It could possibly push to 34, which is like another 10%. it is actually very strong. I don't think like 10% is a lot right now for BNB. So 8 to 10% we can definitely push to basically this range. So my target like over the last few days, few weeks was like 27 and a half, right? But you can see like when market is bullish, you know, they can go crazy. Okay, they don't care about your target. You might be looking for 27, 28. This sucker can go to 40. So that's why sometimes I just take profits, right, and stay away and not try to flip short, right? Because you don't know what the market gonna do. You see what I'm saying? Your target is just on the way. Your target is not. You're not basically getting a target to say that's a top. You're just getting a target to say, okay, this is where I entered, and that's where I want to take my profit. I'm happy with my profits. I'm out. Okay, I can sell it to someone else, and then they can try to take it higher. You see what I'm saying? So, but sometimes trying to flip short right away, gonna hurt you one day. Okay, gonna hurt you one day. So, but BNB, if you're still holding BNB, one thing I would consider is like just stay in, right? So let's say you bought the dip, right? Averaging like let's say 20, you up, you know, roughly what 50%, right? So I would just take some profit and put a stop loss at entry. That's it. Nothing you can do, right? If you're very confident about your position, you just put a stop loss at entry, and let's see what the market gonna give us next week. Because this push is very strong, right? It might not be the last push. You see what I'm saying? But however, since like I'm expecting a rejection from BTC at, you know, just about 11K, right? So it might, you might be saying, hey, let me just make sure I take some profits, because BTC can get rejected easily and everything gonna dump with it, right? So but it is still looking very strong. Okay, so looking very strong. So XRP, so let's go ahead and take a look at King XRP. So most people panic sold last week, and I was like, guys, do not basically be panicking. Okay, so do not be panicking. Okay, so XRP is still looking. Let's use another chart, not this one. So XRP is still looking very strong also on a weekly basis. If you guys remember, back in July, first week of July, right? I think that was like after the July dump, right? Right. So XRP managed to close above the 21 EMA, and I was like, that's it, guys. Let's take it to the upside. So as soon as we close above the 21 EMA, we basically long it all the way up to the 100 EMA, right? From like a 20 cents to like a 31, over 50%, right? So now we basically dropping again to the 21 EMA, right? We drop slightly below it, right? Just about like 22 and a half almost, right? Now we basically pushing above it. We're not even closing below the 21 EMA. So but this 26.27 was a previous long position we took from XRP before the drop. We longed it from 26 to 27 up to like a 30 cents, right, before the drop. So XRP is still looking very good, but I would like to see a very strong push to the upside from the on the lower degree. Okay, the lower degree doesn't look that great, so but we're going to take a look at it. But next upside target I'm looking for, if this range, if the bulls can basically find support in this range and break this 100 EMA, which is just about 30 cents, right, we could be looking for 35 and higher for XRP, just like BNB. Okay, so BNB was like 27, XRP was like 35, right? But BNB broke above 27, so XRP can easily break above 35, but it's not going to be a bull run. Once again, just because we're getting these targets, upside targets, doesn't mean like we're going to be in a bull run, right? Just like this move, right? 50% move, we took it, right? But guess what? We dropped 30% almost. Okay, so you just have to be very patient for XRP, right? So but if we can get a, once again, if like we can get a close above the weekly weekly 100 EMA temporarily, that's going to be nice. Okay, that's going to be very, very nice. So let's take a look at XRP XRP BTC. XRP BTC, one thing I would like to see for XRP BTC is like if XRP BTC can close above temporarily, okay, if like we can close above a 3-day 100 EMA, right, which is just about like a 2676, right? So if like we can pump just about 13% versus BTC and close above it, regardless of what XRP USD going to be doing, it is going to be very bullish. Okay, and I said it in my premium group like last month, like early August, and I was like, if XRP BTC can close above the 100 EMA, it is going to be very bullish, and I'm going to be bullish on XRP USD also. Okay, regardless if BTC is going to be dumping or whatever, I'm going to be very, very bullish on XRP XRP BTC over the next after that, over the next few weeks after that, right? So XRP still a hold, looking very strong above 21 EMA on the on a 3-day basis. So still a hold until we break it, and then we could be looking for 1600, 1700. But as of now, I think like the bulls might be giving the bears tough time to break this range. So so let's just keep that in mind. Let's not try to short it right away and wait for a couple of more days to basically get more bearish confirmation before basically doing some shorting on XRP. Hey, what's up, Curring in the house? Come on, baby, come on, Ice. Yeah. So guys, if you want me to take a look at any alt, so let me know in the chat room so I can take a look at those alt, right? But let's go ahead and take a look at XTZ, right? Tezos. So I'm looking for a Tezos pump, right? So very, very good. Let's do this. Okay. So we got a nice support 100 EMA 3-day chart. But the bad news about Tezos is like, volume is not confirming like this push to the upside. So I wouldn't be surprised to see like even if we push higher, like a 2.8 to $3, to come back down and retest like 50% to 0.618 of this range before try to retest like a 3.5 and so on, if we're gonna get that move, because the bears still in control, right? It doesn't mean we cannot push high, but all I'm saying, this trend is pretty strong, right? As of now, it is pretty strong. So we're gonna need like some sort of confirmation, sideways correction, breakout to the upside, and then we could be saying like goodbye to the to the bear market, and then basically looking to break like a 4.4. But as of now, I would just take it. I would be just cautious, taking some mild position, not excessive position on Tezos, right? I'm looking for a long, okay, up to like a 2.9, right? But however, like I said, it can easily reverse on us. Okay, it can easily reverse, do this double bottom. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind over the next few hours and so on, right? 6 hour looking very good, looking very good. I'm pretty confident about the 6 hour, but not 100% confident, because you cannot trust the market at 100%, right? So but I'm confident about this move, right, for Tezos, right, to push above the to the 100 EMA on the 6 hour time frame, right? That's why I'm bullish on Tezos on the lower degree. But macro scale, if we push, not macro but 3-day chart, if we push above this range on the 3-day basis, right, it is going to be close to the 3-day 21 EMA, and also on the 2-day 21 EMA. So it could be a possible rejection. So let's just keep that in mind. All right, let's keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and take a look at waves. So I'm bullish on waves. Long in it just about like a 2.5. It's not doing it pumped like a 2.65, something like that. Not doing great, but still still holding very strong. Okay, on a 2-day basis, we just gotta push above the 21 EMA on a daily basis, it seems like it could get a tough time to break like 2.7, but I'm looking for 2.7 to 2.9. Not being greedy, because we can easily get rejected, right? But if the move is pretty strong, as you can see, wave, we got this move, that's pattern 5, right? We got this move, we got this drop, so this move can come back down, okay, get the double bottom, and then we can get this move. But it doesn't have to, just like Neo, it can just push to the upside, right? But it is just safer to take profit and see what market going to give you next, right? So, but it is looking very strong, right? So far. So, yep, I took it right there, you know, just about as soon as we close above, just like cover key A, not key A, key A, yes, not key A, KAVA, right? KAVA cover, right? As soon as we broke this range, it double top, and you can see, like, I think cover is like $3 right now, right? So I was like, okay, let me not let this one go. Okay, it dumped down. I was like, that's it. Okay, even this dump, like today earlier, okay, we were dumping in the morning, right around like 9:30 my time. I just walk away. I was like, I'm not gonna close the position, I'm just gonna go to sleep. Okay, I went to take a nap, I woke up, it was back up, right? So but sometimes when you stay in front of the computer too much, right, you're most likely going to make a bad decision. Okay, not good decisions, but bad decisions, right? Because your emotion gonna play a lot into what you're gonna be doing. All right, so keep in mind, okay, even though we got this rejection, we can still pump to the 2.7 range. Okay, but wave is pretty strong, like not in terms of this trend, but sometimes when waves pump, it just pumped. So let's just keep that in mind, right? So same thing happened to me on QDM. I was long in QDM, right? So I think I was long in QDM right there. I was pretty pissed, okay? And I think market was dropping slightly, right? Let's take a look at it on the lower degree. Yes, QDM, I was long in it from this range, okay? But this move right there got me, because I was like, okay, I don't want to lose my profits. I'm gonna secure a rep, right? So this move got me. As soon as I got out, this sucker pumped. I was like, oh, that's when I basically jump on wave. I flipped on waves, and I never looked back on QDM. But QDM still looking very good, right? So it's looking good. 6 hour 100 EMA, that's what I'm expecting waves to do. So wave is pumping, could basically do the same thing QDM is doing, and QDM can come back down, retest the 21 EMA, get stronger before pushing above the 100 EMA. So if we can get QDM to pump above $3, that's going to be great. I know it is going to be almost like 8 to 10% from current area, but it is going to look very good, okay, if like we can pump above this range. Because next level for Ethereum, for QDM, just in terms of resistances, right, we got one right around like a 3.6. okay, so let's take a look at 3.6 in terms of Fibonacci. Okay, it is pretty much just about like 0.618, which is like a 3.8. So if QDM can break this range, okay, we could possibly push towards like a 3.6 to 3.8, so which is a good move, right? But the downside is, like, if we get rejected and break the 21 EMA, we just have to reaccumulate right at the bottom, which is going to be okay, right? Because the trend gonna look stronger after that. So break the 21 EMA, we could drop all the way down to 0.618, or even, okay, if the bulls are strong enough, they can drop it all the way down to 0.888 before reversing again, right? So, but I'm betting on the upside, even though I don't have a position on QDM. I'm more of a wave, a waves guy right now. So, let's see what waves are going to do over the next few hours, right? If BC doesn't dump, right? SXP looking, swipe is looking kind of bullish. I'm trying to keep an eye on swipe and I think it's swipe, right? Whatever, SPX, whatever, swipe. And CRV looking very bullish. I'm just looking for the breakout too. So hey, Peter in the house, Peter. Hey, Loom Sky. Send my friend in 100x, a 100x coin. Make sure to jump into IOST. I said it long time ago, guys, a month ago. IOST and IOTX, both of them are my eyes, right? So the two eyes, keep an eye on those two eyes, okay? IOTX and IOST. IOST, we're gonna jump on. Let's take a look at IOST next. Let's go to my So IOST, I said it like, you know, just like I mentioned storage before the pump, QDM, Wave, RDN, right, and all of it. Okay, AGI, Algo, Loom, SAM setup right now. Okay, SAM setup is kind of slow for some reason, but IOST, oh, gas above 1800, so it's back to back above 1800. So, but our gas setup was like 1400 and 14,000, not 1800, 14,000. So IOST is looking so good, so juicy, so good, so strong. Okay, one thing I told you guys a few weeks back, I said it clearly, we're gonna need IOST to do what? To close above the 3-day 100 EMA. It just done that. Okay, guys, like literally like a couple days ago we closed above it. So I sent you guys a notification, and I was like, guys, IOST above this range, we've been trying to close like over the last few weeks, right? Could not close above it. The second when it pump, it's not gonna pump like 10%, 20% and all of that good stuff, right? Take a look at our targets, guys. Take a look at our target, all the way up to 160, all the way up to 160. It's not even 100 yet. So this sucker can move like 100% over the next few days and so on, right? So, and I said it when IOST was like, I think like 60 or something like that, right? I was like, entry, okay, you can buy all the way up to 73, okay? But 55, right, is a good range to be buying. And we also got like, you know, we also got some multiple support on the lower degree. It is pumping hard right now, guys. It is about to break a December high, right? December high was like 85, guys, December 2019. So could possibly break this range of 108. Okay, could possibly break this range of 108. But let's see over the next few days what we're gonna get, because best time to buy alt is like after they sell off. That's the best, not right now, okay, not right now, but it is good. If you're looking for like 108, 130 to 160, it is still a good buy, right? But most people sold the IOST, right, when it was dumping. I mean, I can't tell you anything if you dumped it, okay? If you dumped it, yeah, I can't tell you anything. All I can tell you is like, it is bullish, okay? It is bullish. So let's take a look at Loom. So Loom is back to entry, you know, 280 to 320, right? So as you can see, Loom, what happened back in late July, right? We dumped late July. I was like, guys, let's get some Loom, let's get some Loom, let's get some Loom. Nobody was listening. Let's get some Loom until Loom pumped to like our target of 450. People start buying right there. It just dumped, okay? Right now, it is a good level to be buying, right? But it could move very slow, all right? It could move very slow. It might not be, it might not move very fast. The most important was like to get in, you know, right around like 200. As soon as we close above this range, I start saying, guys, buy some Loom. It is at, you know, it is below 200. Buy some, low 200, buy some. But, you know, just like IOST. and ELF, right? After, you know, they pump 150%, people are going to try to buy the top, try to make extra 10%, right? Stuff like that. So let's take a look at the SXP. SXP. So swap is kind of looking very accumulative, right? This range is kind of tricky, right? Bears might be basically looking very strong in this range, and you might be like, man, should I be long in it right now, or should I be just waiting? But you know, looking at the current state of the market, it is most likely, okay, the bulls could be taken over the next few hours and so on, right? If they can just stay in this range, in this trend line, they can, within this you know, triangular formation, they can easily break to the upside up to like a, you know, 2.2, but that's a lower degree, right? Because I don't have a we don't have a big history for swipe, right? But the macro scale is not confirming a so far it's not confirming a further, you know, a further move to the upside. Okay, it is just saying, hey, you're correcting. Okay, so let's just take this correction. We don't know what type of correction it is going to be. It could easily be a channel like this, right? It could easily be a channel like that, right? Something like this, where you're gonna get a parallel channel. So I would just basically wait till we basically retest this level of a 2.2 to a 2.5 range and see, you know, if we can basically get a better structure for a further move to the upside, right? But as of now, I just didn't like the corrective move right there. Most likely sometime they can do this, okay, but not all time, okay? Not all the time they're going to be dropping. So but we got this move, so let's see if we can pump to this level, and then we're going to take a look at it next. Hey, what's up, Chris Lee? Michael in the house. Ethereum Classic looking very bad, man. ANT USDT. And share. So ANT, as you can see, I just showed you swipe, right? And you can see that's the same exact structure. That's what I'm saying. Just stay with it, and basically just stay tuned, right? Because you can definitely get this triangular formation, or you could possibly later on get this parallel channel. You see what I'm saying? So you got two type of a structure within one structure. You got the triangular and you got a parallel channel. Most people like to play a parallel channel, so they're gonna short right there. But price could definitely be looking for this 100 EMA, which is like another 10% move, right? 5.6, right? So, but it doesn't have enough history for me to do any dig into it, right? So, let's take a look at Sky. Sky BTC. Sky BTC gave us a big pump, like I think like a couple months ago, but it came back down to a reaccumulation range. So it is still in accumulation, right? So still moving sideways. I would just be holding, you know, very tight. We got to be able to the thing with Sky is like the 100 EMA is so you know, is so you know, it's kind of extended. So, and you can see that we pumped it upside right there was like first, first rejection, and I'm looking for 13,500 range. Okay, current price just about 5,500. So we're looking for a big move to the upside, but I just don't know when. Okay, everything looks good. Nice support level, right? Even the August sell-off, right? Late August, early September sell-off, we came back down to the trend line, looking very strong. Okay, so it is still a hold. Let's take a look at ANKR. ANKR. So that's a good. ANKR pumped so hard, man. So let's. It is given multiple bearish signature, multiple bearish engulfingness, right? So break this range, getting rejected. If we continue to drop, I would be looking for support right there, just about like 49. Okay, so current level 50, I know it's a lot, but as of now, I don't see on the on the higher time frame a possible breakout. So I would love to give it I would like to give it a few more days, right, and see what we're gonna get. Let's take a look at the 2-day chart. Not so convincing, right? As you can see on a daily basis, you could say, oops, right? We're getting a strong support on the 100 EMA. Could possibly push to like a 88.90, and we could take a look at it after that, right? But as of now, it is just correcting. Okay, it could correct right there forever. Okay, give you a triangular formation. You just don't know. So I would just be cautious and not try to do any in and out, or even try to buy it right now. Okay, let's take a look at 6 hour. 6 hour, you could possibly go with the market, go with the flow. Short-term trade, you could look for this move to the upside. Okay, and if it breaks it, you'll be like, okay, we can basically push higher to that level. Okay, that's just for the short-term trade, right? So not bad at all, right? Not bad at all. I say 30% move if it plays out, right? So, but if I'm looking for a long for this one, I just have to suck it up and move stop loss below here, okay, and try to target like 107. But stop loss, I'm gonna have to suck it up and put it like at 66 and so on, and try to avoid any wicks, right? So, which is roughly, that's a big drop, right? Almost 17%, but you're looking for 34% roughly. So that's a 2-to-1, depending how you want to play it. So Ethereum Classic is very weak, both on the dollar and both versus BTC. So let's see. Let's look at Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic looking very, very weak, guys. Like, the rest of the market breaking out above 21 EMA, but Ethereum Classic is not doing a good job. The bulls they're not doing a great job trying to even push above the 6-hour 21 EMA. Very, 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 very weak. But they can surprise you with a big move. So I would just stay tuned and stay with the trend and stay with the rest of the market. Because if the rest of the market is going to be pumping, at some point Ethereum Classic the bulls, they're going to basically say, hey, the market is pumping, why are we not pumping? So they're going to try to reverse the trend. Okay, and once again, support resistance going to be just about like, 5500. Okay, just about like a 53 to a uh, 53 to a 5500 range. Not 53, but 50,000. So that's what I'm looking for. Ethereum on the macro scale. Let's take a look at it. For Ethereum Classic, I was saying like buy range is like just about like 50,000 to 55,000 area, but it capitulated all the way down below, like even like below 45,000 range. Okay, so but it could easily push back up above this range over the next few days. So it is double bottoming. It's very good at these big big wicks to the downside, and as you can see, back in October 2019, after we wicked down, Ethereum Classic was one of the first alt to basically to give us this pump to the upside, up to like a $13, right? $14, something like that. So just have to remember that. Just because it is looking bad right now doesn't mean it can double bottom and give us a stronger move to the upside. Okay, a stronger move to the upside. But 50,000, anything below 50,000 is actually very accumulative. You're not buying the top, especially 50,000, 40,000 range, right? You're not buying the top, you're buying the bottom. The worst case scenario is like we drop, right, and then retest it and then push back up, right? You're gonna wait longer, but at least you're not buying the top. Okay, because someone who bought like at 120,000, stuff like that, right? Look at, they're 50% down right now, and they might be waiting for like another 6 to 8 months to go back to that range if the volatility is low. Kusama. BCPT is still a hold. Komodo is still a hold. You might hold them like for a few more weeks. Okay, I just don't know. But they, all my targets, guys. Komodo target is not even like anything, like it's not even like a 10%, 15% pump. Okay, it's like over 100% pump. So BCPT also a big move coming up. Not looking strong, but it is below my accumulation range, 250 to 280. It is about like, let's take a look at BCPT. I think it's about like 220. It's like 211 actually, right? So BCPT, it is still in the same range. We just gotta struggle over the next few trading session, right, and try to get back above the 230 250 range. All right, so and we could possibly look for our 450 to 500 range. Okay, so but the trend looks beautiful, right? And even if like we retest the lower trend line, it is still going to be okay. It's still going to be more buying opportunities, because it's like, it's not only like BCPT. Let's say I'm holding like other alt, right? Let's say I'm holding other alt, right? And ELF just pumped. Okay, I can buy more BCPT, right? IOST is pumping, right? Nav coin is one of our top coins also, right? Nano is just about like 8,000, 9,000. Ontology, I'm so bullish on ontology. I'm tired of talking about ontology. Maybe after IOST pumps, right? So we got so many setups. You don't need to hold all of them, right? But if you can hold like, let's say 4 to 7, okay, 4 to 7, okay, at least one of them gonna pump every month, right? Which is pretty good. So let's take a look at a Komodo. Komodo is still around like 6,000. Right, so holding very strong below this 21 EMA, so doesn't have a good momentum right now. Very accumulative. I'm worried about Komodo dropping down to 4,000 area. Okay, it could. Just because I'm bullish doesn't mean like they cannot drop like 30, 40, 50%. They can, okay? But all I'm saying is It is very accumulative. Anything in this range, it is a buy. You just try to get the, you're trying to buy the cheapest price, but sometimes market doesn't let you do that. Okay, you might be waiting for like 4,000 area, it just pumped just like ELF. Okay, when ELF was 8,000, most people have been, oh man, I'm dumping my ELF. Bang, 400% move, 300% move, stuff like that, right? Pump to 3,000 and hit our target on the dot, guys, dot. So let's take a look at ELF next. So only Send Crypto gonna give you 100% target, guys. Take a look at ELF, guys. Untouched. Okay, the setup was untouched. Okay, so we said, guys, ELF major support going to be just like I just said about a Komodo. I was like, okay, it can retest this level. So, but it is okay. This 8,000 area is holding very strong. But if we break it, we can drop down to basically 600 to 650. It is something you just have to be ready, right? So, but it did not. It just pumped. It just pumped, just like Komodo right now. I'm saying it can drop to 4,000 area, right? But it might not even do that. It might not even do that, right? So let's take a look at Komodo again. But ELF is looking very good. We could possibly look for another retest of I'm looking for a possible rejection in this range of 1314. Okay, 1300 to 1400, but it could possibly even drop all the way down to the trend line, right, over the next few days and so on. So if you're still holding ELF or you're adding on, just keep in mind, like, we can drop all the way down again to like 1100 to 1200, right? But my ultimate buy entry is like 13 to 14. And you just wait. Over the next few days, it's going to give us another big 25-40% pump. Right, just like AST. AST, after it pumped, like, let's take a look at AST. I'm going to show you what I'm telling you. Okay, you can see like AST, right? It's been pumping like a lot over the last few days, right? You see, like, whenever you take a look at, your Binance application, is just like, oh, AST 30%, 40%, because it created high momentum above this 100 EMA. Okay, it created high momentum. So all the pumps for AST is like 30%, 25%, stuff like that. Okay, you can see 40-50% pump. This one was like 60% pump, stuff like that. Once they above the 100 EMA, even if they dip after you buy them, you just have to wait longer, but you can guarantee yourself a possible good pump after that, right? But you got to make sure you buy in you buy at a right at a right level. Otherwise you could be suffering a long bear market. So let's take a look at the chart room. Peter, thanks a lot, Peter. You made a lot of money with ELF. Great. Make sure to enjoy it. All right. Don't let the market take it back. Kusama. KSM. Let's take a look at KSM. KuCoin. Let's take a look at it on KuCoin, because so yeah, Kusama most likely going to be reversing. I'm bullish on Kusama USD anyway. So Kusama looks like it is going to be reversing. Lower volume, big support. Even though these wicks are pretty bearish, you could call it like rejections, but we could definitely go back and retest like the 50,000 area versus BTC. All right, so let's just keep that in mind right there. 500,000 actually, right? Which is 50,000, right? So which is right there. Okay, right there. Okay, so pretty good rejection, right? But price been moving sideways over the last 6 days, right? That's a new candle. So let's see what type of push we can get, right? So let's take a look at Kusama USD. Similar, okay, similar structure. So we volume not looking that great versus the USD. So we gotta pick up some more volume right there, okay? If like we close with a lower volume than previous candle, it's not gonna be very good for the bulls, right? So 6 hour 21 EMA, we just broke out, right? Nicely. So it looks good, okay? KSM looks very good. Okay, it looks very good. Best thing to do, look for 0.618 for the short term, right? Short term target, I would be looking for 0.618, which is like $45 range. Okay, not saying it's gonna hit it, right? Because we could possibly get rejection at 41, but if you're greedy, you wait for 45. If you not greedy, you look for 41. Okay, and then after that we can take a look at it on our next session, right? That's a short-term trade, right? Komodo, we already talked about Komodo. KMD, I just talked about Komodo. It's around like 600, right? So 6,000 actually, not 600. So I just showed you Komodo on a 3-day time frame, right? And I was like, it is still accumulative. Okay, it can drop down to 4,000 area, but okay, it's not guaranteed. Okay, you're gonna get it right there. You could wait to buy, but when market is bullish, right, and alt are pumping, when alt, just like ELF, we retested like 800 850 and pump all the way up to like a 3,000. So they're not gonna give you any warning, and you're just gonna wake up and you'll be like, oh, look at my account, okay, it's like 300% up, look at ELF, all that good stuff, right? So it's still very, I would just respect this trend line for now until we break it. I'm not gonna try to speculate a lot about like a retest of 4,000. It could, okay. If we do, we just have to suck it up, right, and wait for our turn to pump. So XLM, hey, what's up, Wonder Boy? Let's take a look at gas before we talk about XLM, because gas is above 800 and got a pretty good support at the trend line. So it's just by 800, just like so if you wait, most of you guys bought gas like 1800 to 2000 area. So just like IOSD got rejected right there, just like gas got rejected at 23,000, right? So drop back down to the support area, just like ELF. Now it is trying to find a nice way above the 100 EMA. It could do it slowly. You're not even gonna feel it. 2% a day, okay, 3%, 4% pump, all of that good stuff. Bang! And as soon as we close above 20,000 this time, right? It could be it. Could be it, man. It could be moon time, man. Could be moon time. So, but I said it since like early August, right? Buy entry for gas 14,000. Okay, so if you bought at 23,000 and it dumped on you, you panic sold and sold at 15,000. It's nothing I can tell you. It's nothing I can tell you. So most of my setups, they're not for like a 2 days, 3 days setup. Some of these setups could can take like up to 2 to 3, 4 weeks, or even like 2 months to get you a 3x. So just have to be very patient sometimes. LTC, so so LTC upside target, you know, for macro view is like 77 to 80. So I'm not sure how LTC gonna be able to do it, but let's see if like we're gonna be able to break a 56 to $60 range first, right? And then we're gonna go back to the 77 to 80 range, right? So let's take a look at the lower degree. So lower degree for Litecoin, nice breakout. So first I was looking for this you know, sort of a descending triangle pattern, and I was like, okay, we still gonna break it. It's holding very strong. We retested it multiple times. It is okay, don't be too bearish. Upside target, you know, 56 to 59 range. So but temporary rejection going to be 53, right? So which is like 6-hour 100 EMA. So just like the rest of the crypto, just broke out above the 6-hour 100 EMA. So now we're going to be looking for this move, all right, over the next few days. The Ether Classic is not looking so good. Even EOS is not looking that great, okay? So EOS could be breaking out very soon also, right? So if you're looking for some short-term trade, that's a nice one to pay attention to right there. A nice, you know, depending what you're looking for, 6, 8, 10% breakout, right? Above the 6, you know, 6-hour 21 EMA. Try to get rejection from the $3 range, right? Just like XTZ. There's loss. Thanks a lot, Hypnotic, IOST, and IOTX. Guys, look, what I'm saying, like most of my setups, guys, then you know, sometimes when I call it, you don't even have to buy it right away. Give it like a couple more days, stuff like that, right? So and watch it. When it dump, make sure to grab it, because the setups I'm giving you, they're not short term. Okay, these short term like a 3-4% I can give it to you, right? But 100% pump, 200% pump, I cannot guarantee, right? You're gonna get it in a week. Okay, nobody gonna double your money in a week unless you're doing a 100x, right? Stuff like that, right? So let's go back to IOTX. So IOTX is in our premium group, right? I mean, since forever, right? Also you know, IOTX and IOST, the two I's. Let's go back to IOTX. But one, after IOTX, right, and IOST, I'm pretty sure they're gonna pump, right? Right. So I would be focusing on ontology. Okay. So most of you guys join our uh, 1 week trial, right? And the trial ended right before the dump. So you guys were pretty lucky to join the 1 week pump. So IOTX, right? Let's take a look at the 3-day chart. So it looks very good. I don't think, I mean, hopefully most of you guys did not even do anything, okay? So did not even sell it, okay? So it did not even drop when BC dumped, okay? Like late August. It just retested the 21 EMA, looking very strong. Okay, looking very strong. I think IOTX, it is a very good hold. So if you bought it somewhere like a 50 to 60, you know, you're looking good. You're already up 100%, and I'm telling you, you're gonna make like 3x your money up to 150. I got a crazy target to 300, right? So let's see. It is building a very strong momentum. I wouldn't sell too early at 150. Just wait, because it can pump to like a 300. Okay, really it can. All right, so I wouldn't sell too early and or selling everything at 150 to 140. I would just take like maybe 60% to 70% and just let the rest run. So the other eye, we already talked about it. Not IOTA though. IOTA is one of my top picks, but my concern with IOTA recent is like when I check IOTA USD, it's like it already hit the weekly 100 EMA versus the dollar. That's what's killing us on IOTA. But our 5 top picks over the last 5 weeks, over the last 2 weeks were IOTA, IOST, Ontology, Loom, and I think Komodo. Okay. Oh, Komodo storage. I think storage. So, and both storage, Loom pumped already. IOST is pumping, right? So we only got IOTA and Ontology left, right? IOTA and Ontology. Those are the top 2 coins, right? I would be paying attention to, especially Ontology. Let's take a look at Ont BTC. So Ontology is basically doing what I'm expecting it to do, but it just basically failed to stay above the above the 100 EMA. It did close above it right around like 8,024. I was like, that's it guys, we're gonna do it this time, right? But it is dumping again. So what I'm expecting, right, is like we're gonna get support right around like 7,000, right, which is a 21 EMA, and bang, if price get bought up at the 21 EMA on the 3-day chart, we could expect further move to the upside easily. Okay, just like IOST, IST pump and dump down to the 21 EMA, get bought up, bang, it's like moonshot right now. Okay, moonshot. And I think Curving is moving on Nexus. I don't know if Curving is watching or not. I think he said he dump Loom for Nexus, right? So let's see. You've been dumping a lot of stuff recently and they pump, so let's see. so let's see. Okay, yeah, Nexus being around, it is one of our top pick, also accumulative. I wouldn't be sitting tight, relax. I wouldn't be like waiting for it to pump. Just keep buying it, buy the lows, buy the dip, and all of that good stuff, and just wait. I got a target up to like almost 5,000. Okay, current price almost 5,000, right? So current price is just about like 2,000. So that's another like 100% move I'm looking forward over the next few weeks. So if you're in rush, it's a low volume alt, so it might drive you crazy. You might, one thing I like to do is like just buy and don't look at them, right? Let's say I got some extra profits, I just buy and forget it, right? Just put profits in it. Don't worry about like, those 3 to 10% pump, and not trying to take profits, right? Just wait, because you're looking for this move or even higher, right? Look at what I got higher, right? So, but let's just focus on the 4,000 to 5,000, and once we pump to that range, we're going to take a look at it again, right? Yeah, BNB is popping. So let's go ahead and take a look at waves again. QDM still looking good. uh, yeah, curving, gotta be cautious, because I remember you dump a not STX, but STPT, right, when it was 160. You dump it too early and it pumped like over 300. You also dump like Tron, like around like 200, and it pumped like a 450. You also dump another one too early and they pump like whenever you dump them, they pump like 2 to 3x. So just have to be very very cautious and be patient, right? Otherwise you're gonna be, whatever you dump, I'm just gonna buy it. I'm just joking, okay? But be patient, okay? Just be patient, man. Market gonna be around for another, I don't know, for a very long time. So yeah, wave is it doesn't look bad, okay? It doesn't look bad. So I think we haven't talked about OMG. We got a breakout from OMG USD. So pretty much similar to Wave. So in terms of structure, and if you guys did not notice, like OMG, this it made a one-to-one extension right there. This move to the top, and I was like, whoa, look at it, one-to-one extension on the top, at the top, right, exactly at $10 range. So lower degree, we just pumped like above the 6-hour 100 EMA, now consolidating. So just dropping back to retest it. So still looking very strong. Still looking very strong, okay? So I wouldn't be too, I wouldn't try to short it right now. Easily you could look for a one-to-one extension of this move, which is just about like a $5 range, okay? And let's see what is $5 in terms of Fibonacci. Could be, let's see, 382 probably. Yeah, it is just about like 382 range. So, and just about like 5.6, 5.7 going to be 50%. So if BTC going to be pushing above like 11, right, OMG could be a good hold, okay, over the next few hours. I mean, BTC doesn't have to push above 11. It could just stay like above like 10.5, right, 10.8 range, and all these alt could look pretty juicy, all right? So let's take a look at a BTC dominance. So BTC.D, right? When that's why it is good to understand what the market is doing and not just draw lines. When BTC dominance was right there, okay? When BTC dominance was right there, I was pointing down and I was like, BTC dominance gonna go up, gonna go down right there, wave number 5, right? And it pumped to the upside right here, right? Just about like the first week of September, right? And I was like, okay, we're gonna get this drop down. So now I'm trying to see if the BTC dominance can get a temporary bottom right there and try to push back up, right? But we basically anticipated this wave 5, this push to the upside and this push to the downside. As of now, it is still looking very strong, very weak. So it doesn't seem like we're gonna be seeing another push from it doesn't mean we cannot push tomorrow, but what I'm saying is we just have to be, we just have to stay vigilant in this range and see if BTC, can basically, keep retesting this trend line, and we just have to reevaluate our fifth wave, okay? It could be a double fifth wave right there, okay? Which is this move to be our fifth wave. So but as long as BTC dominance going to be looking weak, we are going to be looking very juicy. All right, so of course you guys know that. So let's take a look at it on the weekly. Yeah, on a weekly basis, it doesn't look that juicy. Yeah, on a weekly basis, it doesn't look that juicy. So yeah, it is still dropping, man. On the lower degree, 6 hours and all of that good stuff you can see, but based on the weekly, you can see like even the pump we got on August 31st, right, and September 1st, it's not even showing on the chart. You see what I'm saying? So most people have been panicking about BTC dominance and all that good stuff. I was like, guys, just chill, okay? Just chill. Don't do anything, okay? Market gonna market gonna pump back up. This stuff happen every fifth. I mean every 20, not 20, every 4 to 5 weeks, okay? Right around like the 25th of the month to the 31st. Just try to expect it, right? That's why I keep giving you guys warning and saying, guys, friendly warning, be cautious. Alto not gonna pump forever. Keep some fiat or some BC on the sideline. I've been saying it like the last few days of the month. I've been saying it repeatedly. Be cautious, be cautious, be cautious. Alto gonna keep some fiat, keep some fiats, keep some BTCs, okay? Because you're gonna be able to buy them cheaper, right? So Pundi X, man, I haven't heard about Pundi X forever. I mean, everything is a great project when you're holding them. So somebody gonna come and say Swipe is a great project because they're holding a bag, right? So, but me, I go with the chart, guys. I really don't care what's a great project or not. I'm not saying Pundi is a S coin, but I'm just saying I like to go with the chart. Yep, DOT. Breakout, bang. I was looking to send this one to the group, but I was like, man, we already got enough setups. Got multiple setups, so no need to. But I was looking for this breakout from DOT and CRV. Also, I already sent this one. Looking for this breakout, just like a DOT, same setup, but I just send the CRV because I think like CRV has more potential, and it's gonna break out much bigger. The breakout gonna be much bigger. So yeah, this one I was looking for to short it right around like 70, 79, but this push I was like, after it dropped lower, hit 79, kind of dropped low, I was like, let's not touch this one, let's just leave it, because I'm bullish on it versus BTC anyway, so I just let it go, don't try to short it. But looks good, man, looks very good. It all started with a wedge. I remember this wedge, right? I was like, this wedge, we're probably gonna drop down here and then push forward, right? But it just broke out, bang, and give us this three-way move. I played this one, it pumped to the upside, drop, and I was like, this one gonna drop, retest this area. It did not even try to retest, it just kept pumping. So still a hold, man, still a hold. Hey, what's up, Tom? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Yeah, IST could be the biggest winner next week if the bears are not going to strike. And IST USD, also breaking resistance, which is like 84, right? 0084. So the sucker, next major resistance like 140, 14, right? So you're looking for a nice 80% move, guys. Whoa. So nice 80% move. It's a nice long. Link is pretty much similar to band, right? Band and link, same structure. So I'm bullish on band anyway, so short-term bullish up to $10. So we could see link up to a resistance up to $16. Current price just about 12.7. So next major resistance for link is just about this range right there. Okay, for link, right? So but these are short-term targets, not like macro targets, because we can still retest $16 before even dropping lower, right? So but I would just if I'm long in it, I would be focusing on like $14 range first, right? And not try to focus on 16, because just because the bears can step in at any given time, so you take profit and try to strategize for the next setup. And even if you take like 70% profits in this range, and then you just see if market gonna give you the $16 range, which is on a 2-day basis, previous resistance right there, right? So but let's see if the bull's gonna let that happen, okay? Because the bear's gonna let that happen, right? Because we can still get this move and that move also. But I don't have a short-term setup for link right now, so but that's what I would be looking for right there. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a night. We've been streaming like for almost hour and a half. We talk about BTC, Ethereum, IOSD, IOTX, Komodo. We didn't talk about land today. We're gonna talk about land next, later on. Today. So next live stream. So we didn't talk about Kava. Broke out up to like almost 2.9. So let's see Kava. Yep, broke out to the upside. Still looking good. So rejection just about like a $3. That's what I'm expecting from Kava. So let's see. So we talk about Komodo, OMG, BNB, and all of those good stuff. QDM, waves. Didn't talk about Tron today, right? So we're gonna talk about Tron later on, next live stream. XLM, Tezos, and all of that good stuff. So stay tuned for the next live stream. I'm gonna send you guys a link. We're gonna go live tomorrow, Sunday. So make sure to hit the likes. Make sure to subscribe. Join the public Telegram group. We got some, over 700 traders in the group. So sharing ideas and all of that good stuff. We got some XRP Moon Boys, some Link Moon Boys, and all of that good stuff. So, all right, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in.